Viewers, good evening and thank you for joining us here on Times Now. You're watching News Now Overnight and I'm Rohit Srivatsar. Viewers, the election dates have been announced and the stage is set for the ultimate clash between the NDA and the India bloc this year. The announcement of the polling schedule has happened much later as compared to the previous elections in these states, leading the opposition to question the motive behind this delay. Now remember, this election is critical for the India bloc as 3 of these states have opposition parties that are currently in power. One defeat in either of these states would further weaken the India bloc standing and also their relevance in national politics, something that the opposition cannot afford at this point. We're less than 30 days away from the polling in the states of Kerala as well as Assam and as well as the Union Territory of Puducherry. Let's first tell you about the polling schedule that is set to take place in these 4 states and the 1 Union Territory. In Assam, it's a single-phase election that is going to take place on the 9th of April. 126 seats, of course, are up for grabs here in Assam. Then, of course, you also have the states of Bengal, in fact, that is going in a 2-phase election. 23rd April is when the first phase happens, and then the second phase is on the 29th of April. 294 seats are up for grabs here in West Bengal. This, of course, is going to be a hotly contested battle between the BJP and the TMC. Then in Kerala, it is again a single-phase election. This, along with Assam and Puducherry, is on the 9th of April. 140 seats up for grabs here in the state of Kerala. Then, of course, you have the Union Territory of Puducherry. Again, 30 seats for which the elections will take place on the 9th of April. But this time, however, quite interestingly, Puducherry and Tamil Nadu will not have elections together because the elections in Tamil Nadu is not on the 9th like it is in Puducherry, but on the 23rd of April, where 234 seats will be contested for quite keenly by both the DMK, the AIDMK-led NDA, and also, of course, the new entrant Vijay. So these are the dates that have been announced so far. Let's also take you through the national footprint of the NDA and the India bloc, because the question really is, will this change after the 2026 elections? Let's tell you about where the things stand at the moment. In fact, these are the compilation of the dates of the voting that's set to take place in the 4 states and the 1 Union Territory. This, of course, is the national footprint that we're talking about. At the moment, the NDA is in power in at least 21 states and Union Territories. It's a sea of saffron here, at least across the country. But the one place where the NDA will be hoping for more gains is here in the southern part of the country, because the southern part is mostly green except for Puducherry. Puducherry is the only place right now in southern India where the NDA is in power. Whether or not they'll be able to retain that, of course, is the big question. But then it's not just Puducherry, it's also Tamil Nadu and Kerala where the NDA has struggled of late, especially in the 2021 elections. The AIDMK had struggled there. Now, once again, the AIDMK and the BJP are together in the state of Tamil Nadu. As far as Kerala is concerned, of course, it is a 3-way battle between the LDF, the UDF, and the BJP-led alliance there in Kerala. Of course, the BJP has been a smaller player there in Kerala over the last few years. Then, of course, Puducherry, like I said, the only place where the NDA is in power. West Bengal as well. Currently, it is the TMC in power. They've been in power for the last 3 terms. Could Mamata come back for a 4th term is the big question. Assam is the only state among all of these where the BJP is in power. It is the BJP government that is currently in place in Assam. So whether or not we will see any changes in this, we will get to know on, of course, the 4th of May when the results will be out. So this is where things stand at the moment. Now, a lot is at stake for both sides because the NDA will be looking at this quite closely as states like West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Kerala have for long been out of reach for the BJP. Here's why these elections matter for the BJP and also for the NDA. Brand Modi. This is a test for Brand Modi in the poll-bound states, especially in West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, because in these 3 states, of course, Modi remains the biggest BJP leader. There is no bigger face than Narendra Modi in 3 of the states like West Bengal and Kerala as well as Tamil Nadu. And this is exactly why it is a big test for Brand Modi, whether or not they're able to cut ice with the voters in the states of Tamil Nadu, Kerala as well as West Bengal. Then, of course, you have the southern push. That's something that the BJP has been looking for quite some time now. BJP is still forced to piggyback on regional parties. However, they're looking for bigger gains. We saw in the 2024 elections when the AIDMK and the BJP did not go together, while there were marginal gains in the vote share, of course, there was no significant impact in the seat share. This, of course, is now an opportunity for the BJP to prove that it is not just a North Indian party, but they can also make inroads in the South. So far, the only state in the South where the BJP has been able to make inroads is Karnataka. Whether or not that's going to change is something that only time will tell. Then, of course, the challenge of taking on the regional parties, because the regional parties have been using an anti-BJP rhetoric as their main poll plank. So will the BJP now be able to counter this rhetoric? That, of course, will have huge ramifications in the national picture as well. This, of course, is an opportunity for the BJP to defeat and to weaken the grip of the regional parties, especially in states like Tamil Nadu and Kerala, which have largely been dominated by regional parties. Then, of course, you have the test of Hindutva politics. This election will be the test of the limits of BJP's Hindutva brand of politics, because here, of course, in some of these states like Tamil Nadu and especially Kerala and also West Bengal, there is a significant minority population. And this significant minority population will be the reason why the Hindutva brand of politics will be tested. Whether or not that's going to work there, or the BJP and the larger NDA alliance will have to do much more to cut ice with the voters of these poll-bound states. That's something that remains to be seen. Meanwhile, for the opposition, a setback here would weaken their standing in national politics as well. Now, here's why the India bloc will be ensuring that they win the elections here. This, of course, as far as the India bloc is concerned, there are several challenges they are facing as well. This is going to be a credibility test for the regional satraps, of course, because for long they have been dominating, be it in the state of Tamil Nadu, where the Dravidian parties have been in power for almost 60 years, or then, of course, you have the state of Kerala, where regional parties have been dominating the picture over there. This also is going to be a strength of the alliance against NDA. Now, why is this a big issue? This is naturally a big issue because in states like Tamil Nadu, for example, there are now rising ambitions of the national parties who want to form coalition governments in Tamil Nadu, be it the BJP with the AIDMK or the DMK with the Congress. There are now growing demands for a coalition government for power sharing, but will this be managed effectively by both sides, and especially by the India bloc, is something that remains to be seen. Then, of course, Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Kerala are the last non-BJP bastions. These are the three states where the BJP has barely been able to make inroads so far. But will that continue or not? That, of course, is the big question, and only time will tell. Of course, we'll get to know on the 4th of May when the results are out. This also is going to be a big test for secular politics and, of course, the competition that it has with Hindutva brand of politics that has been propagated by the BJP. And then, of course, for the India bloc, it is quite important for them, at least, to counter the appeasement narrative, because the BJP has often accused these parties of appeasement politics. Whether or not that's going to be an issue, and whether or not the voters are going to vote based on this issue, is also something that remains to be seen. Today, as the dates were announced, however, the opposition has questioned the timing. Some have questioned why the number of phases have been reduced, as they claim that this may actually favor the BJP. Then there are others in the opposition who are asking why the announcement was made less than 30 days before the voting.
The election dates have been announced. It's interesting, last year the elections were announced by Feb 27th, and this year it's been postponed by 2 weeks. We don't know why. Maybe Prime Minister wanted to finish all his obligations. That's why we say the Election Commission operates like the wing of the BJP party.
Tamil Nadu one phase, Kerala one phase, all other states one phase, only Bengal 2 phases. What are the issues? Election Commission should indicate, and the elected state government should express its views.
एक दिन में जो इलेक्शन डिक्लेयर किया है, ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ बीजेपी को संतुष्ट करने के लिए किया है। इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया का जो ऑर्डर है कि एक दिन में असम का इलेक्शन होगा, ये हम लोग नहीं मानेंगे। हम लोग का प्रोटेस्ट